Good morning to everyone and welcome back to Policing with You. I am your host, Charmaine O'Dane. Today I am thrilled to introduce one of the newest member to the management team of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, Miss Eartha Carey, who brings a wealth of experience and dedication to serving our community. She has taken up the post of our first force personnel officer. I would have her introduce herself and tell us a bit about her background and what motivated her to join our department as a force personnel.
Good morning, good morning. I am Eartha Carey. I am very happy to be here in this capacity. In my expertise as a career professional and HR professional, I would say that throughout my expertise in providing invaluable guidance and insight to upcoming professionals, I would say that that was part of what allowed me to make the decision to be a part of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force. I know when it comes to organizational development, it takes hard work, team energy, support, and I will be more than happy to be a part of that, to see the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force enhanced in many areas as we grow.
Thank you so much for that introduction and background. I would call it, you can correct me, your first project since joining the recruitment. I saw it advertised and I said, you know what, I have to have you on the show to explain to the listening and viewing audience what is the reason for this recruitment and to see how best we can sell ourselves as an organization to the general public. I know you have a lot of experience and I just want you to provide an overview of the recruitment process for those who are interested in joining the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force.
Sure. First off, let me say that we listen. We listen to the cries, we listen to the echoes when it comes to shortage. And it was in our best interest to fill those gaps in many areas to see how best we can recruit and fill the empty voids. So with the recruitment process for the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, it typically includes an initial application, the physical fitness assessment, the written exams, and the interviews and background checks. Applications to meet the eligibility criteria will undergo rigorous training at the Police Training Academy before being officially inducted into the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force.
Okay. So there's a number of things that person has to do before they are accepted to the initial training, right? What are the key qualifications and characteristics the police force is looking for in potential recruits?
Okay. What we are currently looking for, the police force, we seek individuals with integrity, strong moral character, and commitment to serve the public. We need persons who has effective communication skills and the ability to work under pressure. Fitness, physical fitness, problem solving skills, those are very vital in this recruitment process, and a strong sense of community service are also essential. When it comes to the community service part of it, now we play a very huge and vital role when it comes to engaging with the community. So we want individuals who can relate to the public. We want persons at the same time, while we're being stern, we also want someone who can relate to the public so they can also communicate with us so we can get the best results.
Awesome. All of these attributes speaks loud, especially when it comes to the community service, because communication skills, the ability to work under pressure, problem solving, because community person is going to come with major issue, small issues, and you must be able to use your resources to assess what is the best result. The advertisement mentioned a competitive salary and benefits. Could you elaborate on the types of benefit that recruits can expect?
Absolutely. Recruits can expect a comprehensive benefit package. This would include health insurance, pension plans, and opportunities for career development. Other benefits may include access to educational programs, extra duty payments, and allowances for specialized roles. They would also be exposed to being eligible for some of the awards that we currently have. Like, for instance, we have the MacArthur Brown Excellence Award. That is something that we try to motivate officers with, because, you know, we have to find ways to support our team. So we are looking at many areas how we can uplift and help them grow within the organization.
Thank you so much. I heard you speak of the MacArthur Awards, so that means that we are going back to having the Constable Awards and these kind of things.
Yes, absolutely. What we are currently working on is other additional awards that we can add to what we already have. Again, it's all about growth, building morale, team support, engagement. So we are definitely looking at any areas that we can fill the voids so we can get the support of the entire force.
I'm quite interested in when it comes to the education part. Can you explain the importance of the eligibility for study leave after 5 years of service and how it benefits the officers?
Okay. With the eligibility for study leave after the 5 years of being in the service, is very significant, and it allows officers to pursue further education. We are about academic and, of course, professional development. So once you're one that has passion, purpose, those are the areas that we quite pay attention to, because, again, I'm going to stick to the fact that we are about supporting professional growth within the organization. So this benefit helps the officers to advance in their career, acquire new skills, and stay updated on the latest policing techniques that will contribute to more skilled and knowledgeable police force officers.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that in detail. What kind of professional development opportunities are available for officers once they join the organization?
Okay. Officer has access to various professional development opportunities, including specialized training courses, leadership programs, workshops, and international exchanges. One of the things that we are looking at enhancing is the mentorship program. And what we are doing collaborative work where we're going to reach out to past dignified officers, constables, sergeants, whomever it takes to bring a whole and build on what we already have. So continuous learning is encouraged to ensure that officers are well equipped to handle evolving challenges in the law force. What the mentorship program would look like, it's just like you're in any group. We also need an accountable partner. So what this mentorship program looks like, supporting each other. You know, if we see a brother faltering in some areas, we're going to have someone that will be attached to you that you can be supported throughout the entire program. Now, you may ask if it's just a one-time thing. No, it's not. The plan is to make it ongoing, because again, we are developing the skills, persons, as we go along to ensure that we start building on what we currently have.
Thank you so much. That is also important. I am very much interested in the mentorship, because a lot of persons, not only officers, but persons are hurting. Officers go through different things, whether small, big, personal, work-wise. So I think that would be workable in this, especially in this season, as what we have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the specific job security aspects that the police force offers to the officers?
The police force offers job security through permanent positions, pension benefits, and a clear career progression path. Officers are provided with stability in their roles, with protections in place to ensure fair treatment and job retention, as long as they adhere to the rules and standards of the force.
I love that last part. Adhere to the rules and the standard of the force. Thank you so much Could you talk through the application requirements, such as the age range, education qualification, the physical fitness standard, etc.?
Okay, sure. The applications, the process, applicants must be typically, of course, we want fitness. And the age range for that, we start at 18 to 35. We want persons who possess a high school diploma or equivalent with passes in general subjects, like most importantly, English, right? And again, meeting the fitness standards. We want persons who will be able to withstand when it comes to that point. We want persons who will be able to go through the entire process. I mean, things happen, yes, but we want persons who are ready and willing to go through the entire recruitment process. In addition to that, let me stress also, the person must have good character and free from any criminal convictions.
Thank you so much. Why is passing the polygraph? I realize that the post spoke about the polygraph and background check in central part of the recruitment process. Why is that so important?
How should I start this? It's just like in school, we take the exams to pass on to the next class or the next, to upgrade. So it's just similar. Polygraph serves as a background check, and it's very crucial when it comes to the recruitment process. We want, again, let's stress, we want candidates who possess integrity, honesty, and reliability. These are things that are required when you want to be a part of the law enforcement. These assessments help identify and any past behaviors or affiliation that might compromise the candidate's suitability for the role. If we want to function, if we want to continue going and serving in excellence, we are trying to operate in excellence. So of course we're going to be looking for the best of the best. And any areas that need to be paid attention to, that is definitely the plan.
Thank you so much. I still kind of iffy, but when it comes to the polygraph,
in addition to the polygraph, there will be additional steps to ensure that we capture any areas that is of significance to being a part of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force.
Okay, thank you so much for clearing up that. Before we go on a break, one last question. What advice would you give to individuals who are considering applying but are unsure if they would meet the requirements?
Let me first start by saying confidence is one of the most expensive jewelry anyone can wear. Passion and purpose also add to that. Key element, key factors, very important, right? So if you have doubts, that's okay. We are human. If you have fear, that is again normal, because joining something as the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, it comes with a lot, It doesn't just come in right or go in the public. We have to be able to manage a lot of things. Conflict resolution is one. You're going to be meeting with the public. For one, empathy. We have to know how to show empathy, because again, people have their own different things going on besides us in the police force, right? So when it comes to thinking about, I'm not sure, it's okay to not be unsure, but I can guarantee persons that once you enter, you make that decision and you're recruited into the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, we want to build a culture where everyone is feeling welcome, supported in that aspect. So therefore, if you're not sure, still take that step. Sometimes we have to jump, take that leap, or pivot, because you never know what your capabilities are until you decide to take that jump. Nothing is wrong in changing your career, but you must have a plan, I would always say. You must have a plan, and with that plan, it's going to come failures. So don't mind if you come in and you fail in some areas. That's fine. That is a part of the growing process. That is a part of achieving that goal, right? So have no fear. You're going to be supported once you enter the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force.
Thank you so much. We're going to pay some bills and take a break. We'll be right back with you.
Funerals are expensive. They can put financial strain on relationships and even put families in debt for a long time. At Nagico, we offer the Nagico Serenity Plan, which allows you to make decisions about your final send-off, cover your funeral costs, and can go towards your final affairs like outstanding loans. Contact Nagico today for a free quote so that your goodbye can be done with dignity. Nagico Insurances, fast, fair, and always there.
Hey, guess what? It's Radio Market.
Call in and sell your merchandise. You can negotiate and negotiate, give away and trade. Tune in from 10 in the morning until.
We on radio, internet and TV.
Like us, share us and subscribe to
ZIZonline.com.
And remember, we don't sell nothing over $5,000, eh?
Call Howie.
ZIZ Radio, giving back to the people.
Good morning once again and welcome back to Policing with You. I am your host, Charmaine O'Dane. With me I have Miss Erta Carey, who is now our first force personnel officer. She has been with us for just a couple of weeks.
Yes, just
and
a
we
little
are
while,
glad to have her. We are actually speaking on her new project, or her first project, which is the recruitment of officers to the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force. The lines are open now. You can feel free to call. Do you have any calls as yet? Okay, we're going to continue with the questionnaires that I have for you. The advertisements specify a focus on discipline and community spirit. How does the police force foster and maintain these values among its officers? Okay, we do have a call. Good morning, caller. You're on the air. Good morning, caller.
Yes, caller, go ahead. You're live.
Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
All right, continue your program. We'll back check with that caller.
Okay, thank you. So yes, the advertisement specify the focus on discipline and community spirit. How does the police force foster and maintain these values among the officers?
The police force aims to foster discipline and community spirit through strict training protocols. Team building and community engagement initiatives are also a part of that process. Regular evaluations and continued professional development will help maintain these values in the officers.
Thank you so much. Could you share some insight into the application process, such as what potential recruitment can expect during the interview stages?
Okay. What they can expect during the interview stage is, of course, we get to the application, we review the application, and we reach out, of course. Then during the interview, there will be a mixture of behavioral and situational questions, and these are designed to assess the problem-solving abilities, ethical judgment, and commitment to the law enforcement. The process also includes a review of their physical fitness, the psychological assessments, and of course communication skills.
Thank you so much. Are there any specific challenges that a recruitment might face during the recruitment process, and how can he best prepare himself? Is somebody looking to apply, advise them as they listen, how can they best prepare themselves?
Okay. Of course, there might be challenges, but for most challenges, there's always a way sometimes to fix issues. And one of the things that they might be faced with is if that they are not physically fit from the beginning. But as we go along, I'm pretty sure that they'll develop that stamina to withstand. Of course, the intensive training regimens, that's a part of it, and the rigorous background checks. So with the background checks, it may pose a problem if persons have been already subjected to any criminal activities. Preparation can include physical conditioning, studying for exams, and mentally preparing for the demands of the law enforcement. Again, I'm going to take you back to the school. You get in an exam, you have to prepare for your exam. I mean, I know we have the crammers that are very much successful. You know, they study the night before, hours before, and they pass the exams. Whereas we have the others who definitely have to study. So for me, preparation is key in anything that you do. You know, I always say that depending on what you're working with, it's always best to be prepared so you don't have to get prepared during that process. You know, you stay on top of the game.
Thank you so much for that. Yes, you have to prepare now. We can't wait until you accepted to prepare, especially for the fitness part of it.
Yes, and the mental aspect of it too, because it's a whole game changer for us. You know, depends on the area that you end up in. You're going to come across many things. You know, so you have to start preparing yourself mentally. I would suggest that persons do a lot of reading when it comes to that. Do your research, ask questions of past persons who are in the police force. These are things that you can do to help prepare yourself to being a part of the police force.
Thank you so much for that encouragement. How does police officers... Okay, we have a call. Caller, you're on the air. Caller, good morning, you're on the air.
Hey, good morning, GQ, and good morning, officers. Carl Brown here. Question. Do recruits, before obtaining the title of recruit to be accepted in the force, do you all send them for a medical? Why I ask that, I'm looking at people with wheezing, asthma, fit, low blood. You see where I'm going?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Yeah, because one of the things is not to be discriminating, but when it comes to things like the army, the police force and things, how you deal with those kind of people after learning of these, what we would say, illnesses that they had? Would your organization accept them into the police force with these conditions, knowing the mammoth task that they have to obtain being a police officer?
Okay, first
that's one question. The other question is why don't the police organization go into the high schools and the colleges here on a recruiting basis? Because every year we know thousands of children come out of these schools. People return from university and colleges, and they're home sitting on 3 and 4 years and saying they can't get no work, while the army is accepting people. You don't have to be upfront, you know. They have different organization within these organizations where these people can join. You could be a civilian worker in these organizations. This is the part you all need to advertise out here, that you don't have to be in the force to be on the front line, but there are different organizations that you can get jobs inside the organization itself. And I think you are supposed to go on a serious recruiting thing. And in the villages and communities too, call some community meeting, explain the benefits, explain the challenges, and explain you could be a significant officer. You travel all over the world. Give the people, let them know all the things that the police organization consists of. And I think that is why the recruiting process does be so low at times, because you all are not advertising properly. Again.
Thank you so much, Mr. Brown, for those two questions. I'll have the the first personnel officer answer.
Thank you so much for that question. those two questions, and also thank you for your kind suggestion in how we can enhance our services in terms of the recruitment process. Yes, one, we do have officers do a medical checkup. Yes, we do. Of course, we want to ensure that persons are physically fit again, and that would include the medical aspect of it too. Why we go to the schools, it's an inclusive, we want to make it inclusive. And while yes, we have persons who are returning from school, from universities, those are not excluded. Like you mentioned, maybe it's the way in which we advertise the information that can be improved upon, but the goal is to ensure that we are touching each borders. And while we go into the schools, the students are also a part of the process. Why? We want to give them a feel of what it looks like when it comes to entering the world of work. So of course we want to start programming them to start thinking about what it looks like on the outside. We may not capture all of them when it comes to wanting to be a part of the police force, but there are many other areas that they can also fill.
Thank you so much. And yes, the National Intervention Team has been very involved in the career day, advertising the police and what we do, our uniform and what our duties are, along with other departments. We have a next call, GQ. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning.
Morning.
I don't know what your program is today about, but I on a different program down the ferry terminal. You also got two crossing here down the ferry terminal. Everybody knows that down the ferry terminal is a hot spot. Why it is my police force, no police. If you do see a police, you see the police here for about 25 minutes, and then you see no police again. Traffic always be a jam up. Confusion down there. Myself tired. Call traffic. Call on the police big station and ask why a police ain't down there. Down there is a hot spot. Every Friday I down there selling. People down there talking about down there with security guard. No, if there's a police down there, these police now, when I was young and growing up with them old police, every village you see a police guarding by Rams, one up by Malalu Theatre, one to Irish Town. When you go across by the clinic, you see another one. These police, when they come down the ferry terminal, that is not working with class 4. And they come 2 minutes after, you see them with the phone, and they're going in class for go sit down out the sun. That ain't supposed to be. Guard people, people coming from Nevis, people coming from away and trying to get on the boat. When you look, people be running because crazy people, troubling people, and all them kind of things. No, I can't understand with my police force. My police force going down the jail. I asking you all again, right? Please, to send security guard down there. Police and the girl them. They used to be down there. The two girls, one in 4th Street and one over the country. May see them, but jam up those down there when you see the bus them coming, especially a Friday. Friday does be the jam up back up. You see the busman them, you all have to talk to them again. When they come in with the passengers, where to come in, they stop there and put it up. Man, drive in and go on the terminal where the bus thing be and land off the passenger. So when people come from away and they're trying to catch the boat, them they're picking up money and got the place both sides, east and west doing this stupidness down there. So when you look, the traffic jam up from east, west, people trying to get home, for the lunch to can go because the busman them is doing leader. Just got down there, jam up, got the traffic jam up, and no police here.
Caller, thank you so much for that. 2 weeks ago, you spoke of that. I mentioned it in our operation meeting. I would mention it again this morning when I go to the meeting and see how best we can curb that issue. We have the force personnel officer with me this morning. She has listened to your concern, and we will both work to bettering the area at the ferry terminal. Thank you so much for your call. Do you hear any more calls? Okay. How does the police force support recruitment during their transition into the role, especially during the initial training period?
Okay. I'm going to go back. I'm going to allude back to when I mentioned earlier about a support system, and the mentorship programs that we have that we're also looking to enhance upon. Those are some of the ways that we definitely going to be providing support to police officers that are coming in. They're going to have access also to counseling service sessions, and of course, capacity building will definitely be on the forefront. Continuous training is definitely important in many areas, all aspects when it comes to work, especially. The initial training period is designed to equip recruits with the necessary skills and knowledge, and they are closely monitored to ensure that the successful integration is applied into the force.
Thank you so much. Because that is important, the transition and making sure that they are properly supported by the Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force. Could you explain the role of the community impact within the police force and how influential it is for the day-to-day responsibility of an officer?
Okay. With this question, I would say that in many things that we do, partnership is very important. And it would be joint forces, of course, because at the end of the day, we want positive results. So community impact is central to the police force mission. Officers are expected to engage in the community. We want to rebuild trust. And of course, we want to have that space where we can successfully collaborate with the citizens to address any local concerns. I mean, you see what's going on right now. So we want to have that space where we can go into the communities, build that bond, get any criticism, not just the good, because the criticism is what helps us to enhance our services. And this approach will help officers to become more effective in their roles and we're trying to foster safer environments, communities. So these are some of the things that will definitely work.
Thank you so much. What is the significance of having general passes, subject passes including English and Maths as a requirement?
General subject passes, including English and Math, they are required because they demonstrate a candidate's basic literacy and numeracy skills, which are essential to clear communication, report writing, and effective decision making when it comes to being in the law enforcement. We want persons to be able to build upon what we already have, which is meeting the objectives of the organization. So starting out with, especially English, let's talk about English, especially the English. This helps in so many areas because we want to be able to read reports that are in detail. So any areas, that is what the English aspect that we're looking at. Okay.
Thank you so much. How does the Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force ensure diversity and equal opportunity within the rank during the recruitment process?
Okay. Again, we're going to talk about inclusivity. We're definitely going to have to talk about equal opportunities. So the Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force is committed to ensuring that there's diversity and equal opportunity in the recruitment process. This is achieved by promoting inclusive environment. We want everyone to feel a part of the team, not just we have cliques, we have some over there, we're against. We want to ensure that we implement any mechanism that would assist with ensuring that these are built upon, and it, of course, meeting the objectives of the organization, of course, and actively seeking to recruit individuals from various backgrounds. It is a part that we want to bring together. You know, I may have a solution to, we may have a problem, right? My solution may take longer than your solution. So with us joining forces together, we can easily solve the issue even in a much faster pace. So inclusivity and equal, we look at all those areas.
That is so important because diversity, we live in a diverse community. We have persons from different culture, they commit crimes differently. You might be a Spanish, I might be Indian, and you realize the trend, hey, this would happen back home. So yes, it's also help in solving the crime, the criminal activity as well. For those interested in applying to the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, what is the best way to get in touch with the recruitment team for more information or clarity or any doubts?
The best way to get in contact with us? You dial the number 465-2241. You can send email to forcepersonaloffice@gov.kn, or you can send one to me directly, eartha.carey@gov.kn. We also have social media page. You can also send us any information there, connect with us on Facebook. These are some of the areas that you can get in contact with us.
Okay, when the caller spoke of it, I guess he repeat my paper when he spoke about going into the schools and stuff like that. Are there any upcoming recruitment drives or event that interested person can be aware of? I know other places might have a job fair. I know once ago we used to go down in this square. Superintendent David was famous for that, and he would display different things that from the organization, the crime scene, SVU, and stuff like that. So is there anything that those that are interested can look forward to or be aware of?
Yes, currently we're in the process of putting together a career fair, and yes, probably the first call it was.
Yeah.
Yes, I guess he peeped our mind. Yes, we're currently planning a career fair. With that career fair, it would go across the board. We would be highlighting the areas that we're looking to recruit. Of course, our main focus is the police officers, because we need that team to be bigger. Yes, so we are looking to host a career fair. We are putting it in place as we speak, and of course it's a community effort, so we are hoping that once this comes off, we have the support of the communities also.
Thank you so much. Finally, what message would you send to those who are thinking about joining the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force but may still be on the fence? Leaving your final tip to those that are listening, or family members, know of a family member who wants to join but they're just out there peeping in.
Just pivot. Pivot, jump, leap, take chances. The police force is a good organization to be a part of. You're coming on a positive mind, and you are steadfast on making change, then we welcome you. We're looking for game changers, we're looking for leaders, we're looking for persons who can add value to what we currently have. So for those who are considering joining the police force, remember that this is a career that offers opportunity to make a real life difference in the communities. The plan is to restore and regain trust in the communities. So all hands on deck when it comes to that. And if you're a dedicated, hard-working individual and you're committed to serving others, then the Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force is the place to be, so to speak. So it's a rewarding career, and we welcome persons who have that thought of joining the Royal St. Christopher Police Force. You will be supported You will be exposed to training, you will be exposed to mentorship programs, you will be exposed to accountability partners as we are trying to enhance our services moving forward.
Thank you so much. So she's basically saying take the first step. We will support you every step of the way. I want to thank you, Miss Carey, for coming and educating everyone about the recruitment process. I want to thank ZIZ, GQ, the Almighty God, for giving me the time. You, the listening and viewing audience, I am your host, Sharmin Uddin. See you next time.